Greetings from Las Vegas. Stuck in traffic right now. Just got done with my presentation. Great presentation out for the Nevada Recreation and Park Society. Got a little accident going on in front of me. Gonna get this thing strapped back in. Gotta have two hands on the wheel, folks. Two hands on the wheel. So yeah, I'm just headed back. Thought I'd check in. This video thing is easy. It's a lot easier than writing stuff. And on this week, when I don't get a chance, here, you want a rubberneck? What'd you think? I don't think anybody died. So it's all right. I didn't have to slow down very much. If somebody died, you really got to take a long look. Anyway, great presentation. I love going out there and meeting with them, getting to see some people. And I got to tell you, the conference, the Nevada Recreation and Park Society conference that they do every year, it is the best conference in the state for recreation and parks, and the organizations that support I think one of the most important and vital parts of our community is the ability to get out and to recreate and to have some of the social services that are so important to people in our communities. So, great presentation out there. We're going to be back out there tomorrow. Hi. I'm going to be back out there tomorrow, and you can come out and see me. I'll be giving away some free stuff. I'll be at the exhibitor hall. It's out at the Black Mountain Community Center, or the Black Mountain Recreation Center there in Henderson. And I'll be there in the exhibitor hall. There's great classes that they're putting on, and it'll be a lot of fun. If I run out of free bracelets and free pins and free brochures and stuff, high fives. I'm giving away free high fives all day. I don't even run out. Endless supply. That's going on tomorrow. Right now, I'm headed back. I got some physical therapy I got to get to. Got to make sure the old shoulder is going to be operating when I'm 90 years old and get through this surgery deal. And then tomorrow, another great event, another great thing going on. You know, I talked to some friends of mine at the American Institute of Architects, and we talked about what's going on, what this year's legislative session will be like. And very early on, you know, I think it was very easy to recognize that the world's about to change in Nevada. It has to change. There's no way we can continue to pass on debt like we have done in the past and to run on guesswork. It's time to make some structural change to the way Nevada is run politically, financially, legislatively. And this is the legislative session that a lot of that's going to get going. So it's exciting. And tomorrow at the Grant Sawyer building, a bill is being heard by the Committee on Education. And it's an important bill. I think it's an important bill for everyone. It's an especially important bill for me as an architect because it has direct bearing on the work that I can do or the work that I do for school districts. Right now, when the bond was voted in by voters, obviously they're the ones that do the voting, the bond funds that were established were set. The bond was written, they said, we will write a bond that will be financed by a tax increase or a tax allotment that will finance the construction of new schools that are needed and the maintenance and improvement of existing schools. So this bond has been in place just over 10 years. They've spent the majority of it. There's a lot of new schools. Obviously, Nevada has grown in leaps and bounds. It was a very much needed bond. And now there's money. Obviously, they have to service that bond. So there's money set aside by the school districts that says we're going to need this much money to service the debt on that bond to make our payments. Just like if I was running my household finances, you got to make sure you've got enough money to pay the bills at the end of the month. Or if you're running a company, you got to make sure you can pay your debts. Well, what the governor's proposal is to pull that money out, the money that is needed to service those debts. Not all of it, mind you, but he wants to lower the baseline of what is needed to be held in reserve to service those debts. So what happens when he does that is the funds are used elsewhere, and it actually, what it does, it stems the finance gap in the state general fund budget. It doesn't go to what the money was reserved for. It doesn't go to school maintenance, to the construction of new schools. Not that we need a lot of new schools right now, but we do have a lot of old schools that need some help. And so we're going to go testify on that bill tomorrow as the American Institute of Architects. I'd encourage you to get out. If you're in northern Nevada, you can go to Carson City. If you're in southern Nevada, you can go to the Grant Sawyer building, which is down by Cashman Center. Important things going on in our state. Important things, decisions being made on how we'll finance this state, and education. If it is not one of the top priorities to make sure that we have children and youth that are educated, I don't know what we're doing. That's got to be a top priority. So I'd encourage you to get out there. I see I'm running on 6 minutes here. Too much talking. So that's your time. Your time's over.